Now at 10, new details on the death of a teen girl on a Moab hiking trail. What the school district is saying to her family as the community grieves.
Manually right now, and this algorithm can speed up that process.
Plus, a plan to revolutionize football, how a local team of researchers wants to bring AI to the gridiron. And catching a free ride for All-Stars weekend. Find out when the UTA is going to start letting you ride for free.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Hello, I'm Sarah Murphy. Thanks for joining us here for ABC4 News at 10. We begin this evening with an update on the tragic death of a 17-year-old girl who fell to her death hiking with friends near Moab. The Grand County School District has identified her as Zoe McKinney, a student at Grand County High School. Officers responded to a call yesterday that a hiker had fallen along Moab Rim Trail in Cane Creek Canyon. She fell about 30 feet and crews pronounced her dead on the scene. The district also issued a statement sending condolences to her family, saying in part, quote, Zoe was a remarkable student and we will honor her memory throughout the remainder of this senior year. There will also be therapists at school on Monday. And in developing news, the federal government briefly shut down a section of U.S. airspace controlled out of Salt Lake City. Here's what we know. The Federal Aviation Administration put out an alert closing down an area over Montana, warning of an unmanned aircraft that could be a security threat. Shortly after, Montana politicians in the House and Senate confirmed they've been in contact with defense officials. News Nation has also confirmed Air Force activity in the area. Montana Representative Matt Rosendale says the shutdown is over, but that defense officials could continue to work into the morning. This is a developing story, and we'll continue to bring you the latest updates as they become available. And in central Utah, Ephraim City Police are looking for a truck possibly used in a crime, and they want your help. Take a look at your screen right now. Ephraim Police shared these pictures on Facebook today. They say last night, the person driving this car stole some tools and drove off. If you think this truck or who drives it, if you know about it, you're encouraged to call Sanpete County Dispatch at the phone number on your screen. All right, now in a weather alert, firefighters in South Jordan are warning people to be careful around the icy lake in Daybreak. They say over the last few days, firefighters have been getting reports of kids and animals out on the water. While the ice may look solid, crews say it's deceptively thin with our warming temperatures. To be safe, they suggest keeping kids and pets away from the lake. Now, if someone does go through the ice, they say call 911 as soon as possible. All right, checking in with pinpoint weather forecast. Nate, I know we talked a little bit about these warming temperatures. What can we kind of expect to see the rest of this weekend?
Well, with inversion, we tend to get stagnant. We're limited in how warm temperatures can get. We will be above freezing, though, again. So, yeah, any ice for me is a little too thin. Don't dare step out on it. But you need at least 4 inches to go out ice fishing on that frozen lake or reservoir. Snow Basin, beautiful shot this evening. We've got kind of illuminated with the city lights glowing behind the mountain and some of the snowcats out grooming some of the runs, it looks like. We have fresh snow in the forecast for the mountain areas. It's going to take a few days to get here, but we are tracking our next storm system. Temperatures and very calm conditions. Temperatures looking at across northern portions of the state, including St. George, 43 degrees down south. Logan just 7 degrees, though. 28 in Ogden. Salt Lake, 31. Inversion in the Cache Valley impacting air quality and those temperatures, keeping it much colder than normal. We have an area of low pressure down to the southwest of us. That's going to start to trek east, impacting portions of southern Utah late tomorrow into Monday. High pressure will stay overhead for us until a storm system starts to work its way towards us as we get into Tuesday morning. Timing on it could be here just in time for the Tuesday morning commute as well. Air quality tomorrow, should it degrade some? We've been orange today for Duchesne, Uinta counties, expecting orange for Davis, down south through Utah counties. Moderate air quality for Tooele, Weber, and Box Elder County, and Cache County staying in the orange. Good air quality down in the southwest corner. Tonight's forecast, we're down to 26. It's going to be cold, a bit hazy out there. About 33 in St. George. Lighter winds, mostly clear skies overnight. Sarah?
All right, thank you, Nate. A local research team is working on technology that could change football forever. Scientists at BYU are training an AI to read game film for coaching staff, and it looks like it's getting pretty smart. ABC4's Annika Johns joins us in the studio live with the details.
Yeah, so Dr. DJ Lee, along with his team of BYU students, are using AI to help cut down the time it takes for football players and coaches to analyze and annotate gameplay footage.
I love watching football. I'm a Cougar fan. Okay, so I thought maybe look at the football and see if we can maybe do something that we can help.
Dr. DJ Lee and his team of BYU PhD and master students have created an AI that can accurately determine where a player is located and the offensive formation of the opposing team.
So they're doing it manually right now, and this algorithm can speed up that process.
Lee and his team created this algorithm by first looking at real game footage provided by the BYU football team. However, the video given to them only showed a few different angles of the field.
We got the video footage from BYU football team. It doesn't quite like what we need, so we bought a Madden football game, and we look at that and we found what we need using that game.
Madden 2020 provided Lee and his team free rein to adjust where the camera was placed, including an aerial view of the field.
Then we look at this video, and it's actually a camera that we can adjust to about 30 degrees above ground and from the back of the offense. And that's perfect because that's what the football team is analyzing, offense formation.
Most of the inaccuracies come from players blocking other players.
If you have I formation, the center and the quarterback, and then the running back, so you're going to block some players.
Despite still being in the early stages of development, the program is over 90% accurate when determining player position and 85% accurate on determining formations. Dr. Lee also told me that he hopes this program can be used for other team sports besides football. Sports he believes could benefit from an AI like this include basketball, baseball, and volleyball. Back to you, Sarah.
All right, thank you, Annika. Now, starting tomorrow, riding UTA will be free until the 21st. Utah transit leaders are trying to help thousands of people get around Salt Lake City for NBA All-Star Weekend. The free fare program includes the bus service, Trax, Front Runner, and several other smaller services. UTA also plans to run extra train service into the evening. Over 100,000 people are expected to come to town for All-Star events, so they say you can expect those rides to be pretty packed. You can find more details on UTA's website. Back in Salt Lake City, some folks got their Valentine's Day weekend off to a bit of a running start. People of all ages showed up in Sugar House Park this morning for the Cupids Chase 5K. Organizers tell us over 250 people showed up today, their largest one yet. The race was put on by a nonprofit called Community Options. They help people with disabilities find the housing and employment support they need to live out on their own. All the funds raised by today's race will stay here in Utah, and organizers tell us that money goes a long way.
The ultimate goal is to just raise awareness for community options and how we support individuals with disabilities to be more independent in their life.
This race allows our folks to become more self-determined, independent, and have more choices beyond the funding they receive from federal and state.
This is the 6th year that they've held the race here in Utah. Trophies and medals went out to some of the top finishers for each age group, but they say everyone got a participation medal and a gift bag. And coming up after the break, the big game in Glendale just hours away. Hear how some of the behind-the-scenes stars of the night prepare for the pressure of America's biggest sporting event.
All right, another view. This one from the top of Deer Valley, overlooking the Wasatch Back. Not seeing as much haze, of course, and inversion along that area. You can always escape the bad air, head up to the higher elevations. We do have fresh snow in the forecast, as well as a chance to sweep out the bad air in the valleys. We'll talk about timing on our next storm.